Всем привет, ребята! Продолжаем играть диску Elysium. Философский стрим номер 6. Продолжаем. Нам нужно в этот раз. Так, поговорите с мусоркой и заберите свой пистолет. Некая женщина ходит по улицам, прикидываясь сотрудницей полиции и размахивает вашим пистолетом направо и налево. Встретитесь с ней в 22:00 возле старого рыбного рынка и получите обратно свое табельное оружие. Идите через рыбацкую деревню, пока не увидите пирс. Сейчас так и сделаем. Так. Так, ждемся. Так, нам надо идти на пирс. Рыбацкий... Подожди, пирс. Церковь, набережная, хижина рыбаков. Так. Рыбацкий пирс. Возможно, тут нет. Это не пирс. Нет. Похоже, нет. И fast travel тоже не удается сделать. Как ни странно. Ну, конечно же, рыбацкие перси где-то выше там. Точно не тут. Давай, шустрее. Так, что тут? Между ног изображена в толпе девушки написано в уровне для диска. Что? Тут побережье. Стопэ. Нет. Точно не тут. Ищи ее, свищите. Yes.
Put your hands where I can see them. Show me your hands.
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegeneration.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
This is bad. Getting your weapon back is the priority. We can't have an unhinged civilian running.
Comply, or I will lie it up. The man appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Subject yourself to a full-body cavity search.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening. As long as...
Be careful, detective. Don't do it.
The situation looks bad. You'll have to go for the gun sooner or later. Perhaps you can learn crucial facts before you do.
Officer in need of assistance! Suspect alert! Get on the ground!
Ma'am, please. We want to help you.
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly...
Big red key. That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know.
It's a goddamn police shit!
As she waves her, she thinks she's a police officer. Try treating her like...
What?
In this moment of hesitation, she almost doesn't seem disturbed, but like someone suddenly waking
Easy. Press her too hard and shit.
with a swift, poorly coordinated move. The woman slams the megaphone.
Officer compromise and lawful impersonation. Pigs en route.
Okay, she's actually more agitated now. My bad.
Так, ну ладно.
Confiscated contraband. Restricted.
I don't think she's on drugs.
Back up. Back up. No. Oh, no. No. I thought Mr. Moran.
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised.
Does she not believe you two are actually police officers?
License and registration.
It's not a code, just disjointed words. She's frantic, confused, teetering under all that gear. There's an host almighty. Don't count on that. You saw the Bino Cloud can't shoot for shit. Sure, you're you, but how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
Suicide by cop. Split second decision.
Oh my god.
God, I almost blew her head off.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks. Grab the gun. Right now. This.
No one ever cares anymore.
Oh, woman. We need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes.
I don't think there's any need for that. In her current... We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family. That would just be a waste of paper. I mean, look at her. She's not... Then we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry. But I think we're done.
Please, leave the radio on.
Reflex to what? She stands motionless.
Так, теперь у нас появился пистолет. Только нет патронов.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect. This is your gun, and in the world of...
Так, что у нас тогда? Координация нужна, если появился пистолет. Пусть будет. Кардимус попросить... Ага. Ну, по идее, плохая идея. Стоп. Пистолет-то убрать надо. Че с ним бегаешь? И еще не мешало бы выспаться. Окно бункера. Да, окно бункера. Ладно, надо высыпаться, восстанавливать силы и идти в подземелье. Осталось понять, как до дома выйти. Да ё-моё. Ладно, идем как-нибудь по-другому тогда. Подожди, как вообще? Вот.
It's getting late, and
Good night, officer.
Отлично. Отличненько. Открою фортоган, капец, жарище. Ну чё, спатеньки?
an old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The bed is comforting. The place feels almost like home now, quiet and dignified around you.
Отлично.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a...
This respite. You've earned it, brother. No, this is the one before that.
Enjoy it while it...
You're welcome.
After centuries of darkness, the
Go.
Выспался называется. Так же плохо. Не выспался. Ты-ты-ты. Ты-ты-ты. Есть. Все восстановлено. Все отлично. Побежали. Ну вставай, все хорошо уже. Алкоголь не пьем, и наркотики не принимаем. Все отлично. Доброе утречко, лейтенант Кацураги. Ну что, пора отправляться в подземелье. Так, а как я в прошлый раз-то зашел? Я уже не помню. Ладно, Харди и мусорка. Попробуем. Или мусарка. Пробежимся таки. Живописно все-таки. Ничего не скажешь. Так, давай, бегай. Фонари такие интересные. Ну я там бы 700 не заработал. Ни под каким предлогом.
The Coppernado is back. What's that, Copper? You want us to help?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping.
Yeah. God.
Hey, wasn't Everott's B team looking for her the other day? They said something.
Yeah. I think you're right, Gene. She have some...
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
No? Well, whatever.
No. They totally said what it was. What was it?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, and if Auntie LaPlante, we always called her.
Marianne,
LaPlante?
amigo. Fuck you, pig. What the fuck?
Easy, Al. Don't
disrespect Mr. Wows. Like before.
Us kids, that must... The children kept her together.
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well,
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig? You are already signed up, cerdo. This guy...
nah, don't worry. Dunno. She lives by the wall.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up.
No problem.
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on.
Ладно, все. Без разницы уже. Выполнили, да ладно. Так, сейчас, минуточку. О, чтобы было прохладно, нужно было открыть 33 окна. Стоп, сейчас надо доложить своим ребятушкам, что мы все нашли.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Just a moment.
10-4, sir, roger that, and very glad to hear it. I will make relevant changes to the report. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Все. Дело сделано. Теперь надо мной ржать не будут. Наверное. Ну чё, с утреца пойдем пристрелим его. Хотя у нас патронов-то нет. Возможно, в итоге этого предприятия может быть патроны. Хотя не совсем точно. Как я забегал? Надо вспомнить. Нет, точно не так. Вон проход есть. Заходим. Ну что ж. Да, конечно. Сейчас. Тут пестик. Как-то он его странно держит. А вот сейчас нормально. До этого странно очень держал. Так, что у нас тут? Бетонная труба, погребенная под песком и пылью. Деньги, которые мне вообще не очень-то и нужны.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you...
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it... Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your...
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. Doesn't wish to hurt you. Not according to your ear canals. Wait, no. Not even your ear canals. This is going out. No, buddy. That's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
Right behind you, officer.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the signals are relayed.
So, what we are experiencing is a constant...
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
You're big boys. You can handle it.
Damn this!
God damn it. Fine. I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She's carrying a 2-barreled front loader. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form set. Just keep her talking. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time. The violent white noise becomes even more overwhelming closer to the compressor. Feels like your brain is swelling up in your skull.
Так, чего выбрать?
Officer, are you okay?
The pain intense.
What are you doing? I told you.
875.
Look, I know this isn't very fun for you, so let's wrap this up. You have a tribunal to attend. No, I didn't do it. I only helped state who ratted me out, by the way. Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? My boys? What? I don't even understand what you're... Oh, doesn't even matter.
A dull despair is...
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? Like what? I already told you I...
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style. I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hot house... So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? No, I did not. I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. You think I was envious of his conquests? plenty of broken people who don't... Yeah, sure.
She didn't hate it, okay?
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me. Yeah, and I'm sure they also made some funny remarks. Can't do either without some power of...
No one takes a 15-minute...
Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar. And? The gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
A knocked-away 80 front loader. 2-barreled.
That Merc was probably shot from it.
Yeah, evidence. I considered her a good friend, yeah. What the hell, man? Yeah, why not? Oh, so that's where you... That's a very sentimental way of putting it.
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, she rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine.
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Yeah. One time when we'd both been drinking, I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing. Yeah, the girl seemed terrible. Go ahead.
And mine too, he thinks.
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Clausia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequency. The view's pretty bomb, too. But yes, I'm sure. And yeah?
More questions before doing anything.
Tribunal is an awfully fancy... Now they're gonna... And you. Watch out for yourself. I'm guessing you don't know that a third mercenary has come to town.
If one hornet can kill 40 honeybees in a minute, then 3 hornets...
A third. Ah, this is bad.
As I said, watch...
The pain is becoming unbearable now.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack, huh?
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now.
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a...
Those rings around her eyes. Her tired voice.
Police radio?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there. He was still warm, but the bluish light...
She eyes you, wary. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal. A leader with...
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with her. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a... Oh yeah, super. No, I really didn't. She asked me to come upstairs.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No. Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck. To fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
Glacia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm.
Yeah. I wasn't As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything
But even if this is true, weren't you worried his nature might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. Fuck it. I'm not responsible. I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around. Yes. You. Everyone says you're his peon. His human can opener.
Oh, fucking me.
Fucking hell. And why me? It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock, the cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with...
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up, but...
Right. Sure. You don't know. I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You know what I did. I fucked him over. And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town.
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway? Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a... That sound about right?
No idea who these people are. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns, "Let's go home, Jean." "Nothing's going to happen today," she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
I've faced worse. What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Keep calm. Breathe in.
Glad to have been of assistance. Best of luck to you, officer.
The woman runs past you and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Сволочи.
All things considered, it could... No, I don't think she did it. She's...
It's too late now, anyway. She's gone.
Now we have to come up with a really good excuse for why we walked right into a trap like her tent. Maybe there's something in there.
Tremble. The time is now. Time for the show. For Taola. The hallowed time of Ulogu Theodos. Xeno Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you, yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning. Okay, yes, maybe it is just a hangover.
Кто хрен несет? Ладно. Надо ее обыскать. Кухонная утварь. Она готовила кашу с бананами. 8 бачей. Друамин.
The plain red, it was pitched by practiced hands. The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled up, it reeks of cigarettes. Assorted soft covers, most...
See anything?
Rager Monthly. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend.
We should read this immediately. Like...
Прямо сейчас? Так, ладно, прочтем сейчас.
A thick journal. The cover it's made of full-grain leather. The lower Schneller is a stationery brand from Godvo. She's got good taste. and must have taken whatever she... The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages, the large cursive of someone who writes quickly, perhaps too confidently. It's a mix of logistical notes.
It's good she left enough.
Hard to tell exactly.
There could be useful information about
esoteric radio technology, short, wry observations of staff issues. Always. The first entry is nothing on March. You have no idea what that name is. A small wonder. Great. M's peon. Then again, were you supposed to find her? Even apart from the investigation then? On M's whatever you may look like, you don't feel like a hired assassin. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being a... Did M feel truly the entry ends? That must have been one hell of a conversation. The most recent, and even when I leave here, if I...
It looks like she might have been...
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone...
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other... Besides, I'm not sure her life... No, I don't think... The head of a major general. Classio was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself. Either way, we need to... One thing is for...
Придется идти к Классию опять. Ладно, пока оставляем. Больше ничего нет. Эй, где тут выход? Шикарненько. Так, сколько стрим-то идет? 38 минут? Серьезно. Мне казалось больше. Что-то я спать хочу. Сегодня встал. 3:40. Это жопа была. Поехал в одну точку, потом в другую. Сходил там. Да, блин, теперь нельзя пострелиться. Чуваки, вообще-то иди. Ой, не та. У кого что спросить-то непонятно еще. Что там?
Stop. Now. Crisis. Death. You be prepared. Make sure your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your...
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever.
Ладно. Тут патронов нет. Так что не... Вообще... Смысла нет.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking wreck. Put your damn gun down. People are... Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has...
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't go...
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it.
He is facing overwhelmingly superior.
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's word.
Fuck, she was right. That must be the third mercenary.
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene. The mercenary tribunal. If this turns into a firefight, we should take
a sound strategy. He's the leader.
Так, ладно, давай попробуем.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking...
I think he's calmed down.
Big fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before... No, wait. It's good you have that gun. Even if it comes to a fight, it's all... I dub peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Stop. Dangerous. Ask about him first.
Sergeant.
As he moves, the interlocking piece... Click, click, click. No, probably foster brother.
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our... He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same fucking mud hut town, too.
Okay, good.
Who? Laylee.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his...
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf
There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories.
It's a mind fuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're made...
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Baby blue, yeah. It was creepy, but bitch it. Fuck do you mean?
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic.
Yeah. He liked to chat up the natives. If Laylee was here...
Ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
Find his killer. Cop. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
Координацию тогда апаем.
Alright, here we go. Really? None of this looks like... You only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Me? I fucking told you. Nah.
Technically, the other man has the...
King Reaper. You're right. But you see...
Okay, it's not much. But he's thinking about something. Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out.
Oh yeah, that's rude. Rude,
All of you cunts inside out. Rip you open.
The gunner. The raddest. The killer. What do you think he does? Smart loincloth. He fucks.
Easy. Easy now.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks? She's gone, you stupid fuck. Sailed off 5 minutes ago. Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid! The company bitch is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we...
Guys, I just get in the way.
Hold your ground. Any more of you run, I'll shoot you.
They're huddled close in a formation. Steal. The rest will stay.
Yeah? Who did that?
Time.
Yeah. Time is up, loincloth. Give me that name. Now! How fucking convenient.
What the fuck? What are you doing?
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? Go ahead.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said, we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud.
You're lying. The Pope.
A Q Model 40 revolver. 8 rounds in the barrel.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking liars.
Ну круто.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. The young woman stands and looks behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said...
That doesn't sound good. What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call. A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion. The smoke drifts west with the wind. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly. From the corner of your eye, he's trying to find. You stare down the barrel of the gun. You see Rude's mask behind it. 0.4 seconds remain. God, you're so frail. Too frail to think further. Time is running out. You leap left. A storm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks. The man tilts his head, trying to... Watch out! To your...
God, please.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at Glenn, dying in a puddle. Oh God, watch out! Here it comes. Death.
Да ёпта гдык.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air. Nothing. A persisting darkness.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. You hear me?
But you can't. It's so hard. You're a slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant, you hear a faint scream.
This is death. One more door, baby.
The pipe? There is no. He's not dead and rotting.
He can't go. There is a radio in the distance. A radio.
Ours turn. It was him. He is the infernal engine.
Ну, пожалуйста, не умирай.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns
Sunrise, Parabellum. What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued. Yes.
A blood-stained killer.
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed. Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine.
This is not the first person to die.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both... Yes. You were bleeding out. You said something, I don't know what. And you warned me.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened. This is the one. The Pole was the last to die. Everhart had their bodies returned to Connell because we deterred them? Maybe they are simply taking their time. 3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Theo, all. Let's face it, officer, and this is both of our fault. It could have gone a little, but what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. And we are still alive.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water. Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying. It served you well. The gates of the harbor are boarded. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay. It's not ouch time yet. You just got...
Dramamine. Then...
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed. We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become...
Good. You'll need to be... whatever that is. No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored... Back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the...
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out.
I don't know. I did. No need. Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt. Things would be worse if you didn't...
Ну, в принципе, все хорошо получилось.
Easy now.
Your balance is way off. You feel like you're...
How are you?
The lieutenant doesn't reply. Just looks at you.
I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everhart. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is... Yes, she left yesterday morning. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classio too. We really should have arrested... I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible... Absolutely. There's no...
He's made his peace with it. He's had time to do so.
What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case.
He's wrong.
Okay. Don't be narcissistic.
That does make some sense.
We could find thousands more.
But they seemed so mysterious. There's a little pause. He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
I'm listening. I'm ready to hear what you think about solving crimes now. It really is very...
He sounds surprised. That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Are you ready to limp? Good.
Ballistics. In Clausia's room. Also, it's just close enough to endure the walk.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through.
Смотрите окно в спальне Классия. Сейчас так и сделаем. Так. Метулка. Это полочка. О, новые штанишки. Так, сейчас мы их оденем. Фирменный лейтенанта РГМ. Почему я под низ не одел сила воли? Хотя нахрен, правда, что рубашка прибавляет логику. Что еще можно использовать? Вентилятор.
The fan stands still. The switch must be broken. The bed's a little...
Ну, в любом случае... О, стекло... Что у нас тут? Душик. Что еще тут есть?
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of...
Ну, пойдем.
Yes?
6,50. Скальпель, антибиотики.
These papers bear the stamp of the arse.
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion.
Ладно, тут ничего интересного. Можем выходить. Хотя классно. Эквилибристика 5. Почему нет? Почему плохо? Что тут написано?
Next to the stack of bills. I'm sorry. I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. P.P.
A gift. I am not drawing my...
He says he's not, but it's... Relax. Not...
It's hardly surprising.
Слушай, у нее еще лекарства есть?
The medicine cabinet. Pity.
I always took you for more of a drunk than a keep.
Ни одного. Один. Выпью. Что было? Так. Красная нитка нейлоновая ведет из номера на крышу.
This window is pristine, at least on the inside.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside. The red thread bisecting the room shows the trajectory from the roof outside. Location A prime. Maybe if you extrapolate all possible points of origin first, the man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never. Ruby ruled this out vehemently. The shot would have been heard. The shot had to come from a greater distance. According to your map of the district, this B prime for Boardwalk, 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions. 1.2 kilometers away, the least 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet. The shot would have been then there's the thread the witness left. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime.
Ты что у нас?
The island in the bay.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point, I remember. She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet...
She had a long time to...
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. I don't know. At this point...
What difference does it make?
So it is.
For a second he seems... tired.
I just haven't gotten a lot of...
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything. The wind blows in from the open window. He is trying to justify it to himself.
Of course. I mean... How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course. The village.
Нормально. Так, отправлять откуда сделано? Сейчас еще на крышу сходим. На всякий пожарный. Нитка привязана к антенне. Так, что еще тут?
The same small, heavy door. No.
О! Можно fast travel сделать. Церковь. Ну, давай хижина рыбаков.
Officer, what?
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear guns.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being dead. Hi. I guess you are. Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. Used to...
Hasn't been there.
My husband used to drink there.
This must be.
The kids sometimes... The twins.
Can we maybe ask you?
Be my guest. They were strange. I'm sad to hear that.
That's cool. You boast in your bacterial infection like that.
If you promise to bring it back.
Of course, ma'am.
Hi. See, that makes me not want to lend you my skiff. On a boat? Well, most of it's sunken.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Ладно. Сейчас этих отпросим, пацанят.
The scruffy-haired little boy.
And that I am. That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. And we make a fire. We make a... Gather the...
Bullet shells. They're...
I don't know what those are. They're lights. The fire...
They must mean a human being.
No. Yes.
Let's go with...
Because he asks to put the fire... I don't know. He doesn't like it. Yes.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are...
Yeah. No, he doesn't live. No, he lives there. He doesn't live...
Anything else?
I don't know. We ran. He just yelled. Our father. Don't say that. He didn't. I don't know. Doesn't even have any...
The two things are
There's
Lights. Fire guy. We should check up.
Maybe you're... Don't say that. He's a...
Пришлось использовать. Так, отправляйте на остров. Ну все, понимаю. Хотя я бы, наверное, одел броню. Логика, это все хорошо. Но броня лучше.
escape. Once you get in, that's it. Have you made all the necessary preparation? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
What? Fine, why not?
Very cool. Sad FM is a radio
Вау. Сейчас мы узнаем какие-нибудь секретушки.
Want to be free. Want to be free.
Да тут плыть-то, ё-моё.
It will last forever. Eternally. Want to
Вот они долго плывут, конечно. Хорошая музыка, я бы сказал. Хороший саундтрек.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Лодка медленно останавливается, Ким включает двигатель и повисает тишина.
In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Так. Все правильно хоть отметил. Продолжить.
Let's go.
Так, сейчас минутку, я сейчас что-то отвечу быстренько. Короче, написал письмо, и в итоге оно никуда не отправилось. Как так? Ну все, теперь да. Так, ну чё? Это импровизированный мост, бомбежка была достаточно сильной, чтобы разрушить фундамент. Ржавая цепь тянется куда-то каким.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the...
Ah, yes, so it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies?
As a defensive measure, lock it off.
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of...
Да, возможно. Надо дальше. В воздухе стойкий запах мазута. Из бочки вытекло немного топлива, черная вязка. Осторожно, не опасно. Надпись на бочке ОГМ. На бочке нарисована звезда с мелкими пятнышками. Березка, которую ты видел по окну бинокля, все еще стоит. Здесь не подняться, лестница сломана. Что у нас тут? Двигатель какой-то. Когда-то здесь располагался... Здесь были установлены две пушки средней дальности большого калибра. Ептать, тут сколько всего. Тарелки испачканы соусом и сажей, кухня выживальщик. Книги в основном фантастика, исторические романы. На сломанном дальномере расставлены свечи. Побитое молью одеяло защищает от ветра.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the...
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
Так, превозмогая текущую как патока боль, ты заставляешь себя закончить предложение, даже не слыша при этом собственных слов.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there.
Так.
The blanket feels cold. You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the sleep.
Ну вот и выспался зато. Лейтенанта здесь нет. Поищи снаружи на пляже. Да рядом бы лег. Чуть-чуть. Дверь все еще здесь закрыта. Это, кажется, странно. Выйти не получается. Это как вообще понимать? Так, и чё, почему закрыто-то? Как я теперь вылезу? И где фонарик? Мне кто-нибудь скажет? Тут можно пробраться как-нибудь. Хотя можно под мостом. Хорошая идея. Как-нибудь тут. И... Так, мне нужен лейтенант Кацураги. Чё я был один хожу? Идите к цепи, там что-то есть. Где тут цепь-то? А, вот. Води воду давай. Ее следы. Дальше. Не понял.
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Okay, don't say you need to talk right away. But you don't even want to talk to her. She would only be cold and mean. Let her go. This is the Holy Queen of the Territories.
Hey.
Как у тебя дела?
I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life. Well, how are you? Oh, don't say that. I know this positive thing sounds stupid to you, Harry, but it works. We all have an obligation to be happy. You too. And you will be. Now.
This is everything I always warned you about.
Так, что у тебя, чего?
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
Так.
She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions.
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown. Oh, this. This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
She looks at the suitcase, not no.
Anyway.
What are you doing? Stop saying things like that. Is what you want to say, but you don't. Hammers clang in the distance. The light from the video rental casts shadows on the ground. She turns her face. I can't help you. I'm totally useless. Everything I've said is lies. I want the exact same bad things you want.
No, Harry. No. We don't have anything to talk. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
Oh God, whatever you do, Don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try it now. With your feet trembling from the steps you took, tepid and fearful, you stand against her, her body close to you, radiating warmth. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth. She is not kissing you back. Nothing, just pillows against you. Unresponsive, apricot-scented chewing gum. This was not about failure or success. Her chest, hidden, distant, feels like soft fire. The world's most precious, the delicate wreath on her hand. Distrust. The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
No, I'm just Dora.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and she shakes her head.
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat. No, Harry, not yet. There is one more thing you have to see. I'm pregnant. Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you now go ahead?
No, this has to end. More questions. Ask more.
I am actually very ordinary, Harry. This thing you've made me into. I'm sorry for saying so. Other questions are the last.
It's not that yet. It's another. You have plenty of time to win her over with questions and kisses.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day? Wasn't I Dolores Day just... I haven't even bought the tickets yet. I'm glad too.
What? She does not look back. Instead, eyes her fingernails. They're bitten frayed.
Yes, Harry.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
It's not. But I don't know why I said but. I can't answer your other question. We both said a lot.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see.
As Queen Regnant,
You need to recite it to her. Yeah. Put a stake through your heart. She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way.
Okay, Harry. It was 100.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs.
And my crown of immortality. No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, the awful time we wound up having. And the cheap rental flats you could afford. Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again.
It wouldn't be a cheap rental this time.
No, it's too late. Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny? I hate being that. The coolest. With your leather jacket. The first and worst time I fell in love. I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore. Yes, let's talk. It was just a day then, but to think. It's here, Harry. There. You could not pay the electrical bill. Is there really anything left? That is very You're only saying that.
Stop making her angry. She won't start loving you again if you call her a mass murderer.
I'm not that either. Can't I just be? I have to, Harry.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
That was someone else. I won't see you, but you. Oh, Harry. Right here, I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. Oh, yes. See you tomorrow.
Очень странно. Очень странно. Очень странно. Сейчас перерывчик сделаю.
You're up quick. How was your sleep? I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Was it a job dream?
The lieutenant nods. I understand. We've all been through similar things. It can be overcome.
Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around and you bolted up, half covered in blood from your wound. Of course, I was just thinking maybe you've torn your Okay.
He's still worried. You must have...
Конечно. Что вы хотели? Блин, а чё? Подожди. Стойкость. Сколько стойкость? 4. Ты же поспал.
The greasy old spring mattress.
Yes, anytime.
You don't have to be a hero. The greasy old...
Maybe it's better to get back to the...
Ладно. Так, стойкость, болевой порог. Авторитет, внушение, сумрак. Ну, не знаю. Что, логика 3 почему-то. Бонус от мысли. Ладно, пока не важно. Что у нас тут за движочек?
An old cylinder. The lieutenant puts his hand on the...
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the... There's a red starter switch on the side. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine
That should do it. Downstairs, somewhere?
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to...
Отличненько, отличненько. Футболка, стрела нет. А, на подрубашку. Координаты. Ну, не знаю, может быть... Ладно, пусть будет координаты.
Books and magazines. Most are popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive?
Так, продолжить.
Among what is most...
Someone's made themselves a home.
Концептуализация 8%.
Soft covers.
Еще какие-то джинсы. Эмпатия произвела самообладание носит. Я точно девать не буду. Так, пойдет. Хорошо, аптечка небольшая. И чё?
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet.
The console of an antique computation device. I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
The lighting in the room turns on with a... The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Вот это дверь, конечно.
After you. Don't worry. I have a gun. I know. It was... I don't know.
A thin wisp of...
Что там еще? Ничего. Так. Повешено. Тут еще люк какой-то есть. Люк заклинило. Еще тут есть какой-то проход. Просто выйти. Угу. Ладно, погнали обратно. Плохая идея была выходить. Ну, раз открылся ход, почему бы не воспользоваться им? Тут это выход на улицу. Понятно, что тут открывается какая-то часть люка. Резиновая лодка сдута и порвана. Повсюду видны небольшие белые цветочки. Ландыш? О! Дезертир. Старик в спортивных штанах опирается на приклад своей винтовки. Он набирает полный рот слюны.
Then spits it out into the extinguished, unclouded by cataract. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
The what now? I can't hear you. I may have. All sorts of little rats have come.
The position?
Fire guy. Regressive but my eyesight? Yes, I did. And you opened it. How? I should have burned that console down. Reactionary rock and roll music.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. It's a Triangong 446.
Southeast Samaran made. Exotic. Must be defunct.
A Samaran rifle.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinya.
It has stayed true to him.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the ball. Yes, I bet you've killed. Have you come to me?
His left eye twitches.
We have come to ask you questions. No, if you do not comply, we will take...
Another spitball lands in the ashes. That's all the answer he gives. The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This...
The words, I am an enemy commander.
And what rank would that be, dog? A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. It's out of bullets.
like an amputated limb in the sand. His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels still warm from his parched hands. Not the rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch. On the butt, you see Vespertine right.
Worn, personalized even.
No response from the old.
Jacketed, military-grade ammunition. Stable in flight.
As he speaks, he stresses.
I wonder how old it.
The old man does not answer. The old man keeps following your motion. With this looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him.
My name
So
is Joseph Lilianovich Dross. I am a deserter.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM?
From the Insular India. I left my unit 43 years. No. I've been on... I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an Eve. It was hard in the tens.
There were posters.
We communards still hoped. And others too. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground.
In the city, you move on a...
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. I don't want to. They're all...
He does not want to see life moving on. People forget it.
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth. Useless now.
So you've been there?
Sleeping.
You feel the dots connecting.
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. A lot of our boys did.
The old man looks across the water at...
You're with the RCM. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. The so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter. Let's... You take me to them as...
A spray of blood from his mouth. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument.
Is that part of why you've been here?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
Honor is a feudal act. 43 years and 10. It's not how a human being...
He just... He nods. But he can...
What have you been doing?
Hiding. Fishing.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint... Two police officers. Patrol officer. The officers go.
Always waiting. For her.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. Women are more susceptible. The historic
What has he done? Perhaps a confession would lighten the load.
Yes, what?
There is no flame to fan. I was just 16 years old. 15, you could say, a second for reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. It's the same.
And this was... when?
May the 13th, 08. Ford, the combined, huddled on the floor.
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it.
No. I climbed the airships. They'd all drowned in the mask. And then you that the bourgeois are not human.
Now is not the time, Lieutenant Jeffreto.
I had to fight. It's not an island. What? The congenitally deformed King Coalition death blow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who? Iblis. The black-eyed angel. How does anyone...
Now hold on there.
Supplies.
How is your health?
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
He does seem frail. gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65.
TRCM can provide medical services.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities? There's nothing to look over. The triage is... I haven't. I have hope. I don't even know what. Inferno? At least you know it. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved?
No, I am not a soldier. Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a politic.
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
You're inert lump.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions.
The old man spits. There's definitely something off with his body.
There's nothing serious in this. I've used it for
killing people.
It's a gun. That's what I've used it.
Interesting. During?
There is no after.
So he's continued killing. Going straight. No euthanasia. No. Be careful now. Slow and don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
The who now? Oh yes, that one.
Did you kill?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol.
Exhaust him with proof. The gun, the scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was...
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little... You look like imbecile.
Damn, he saw you. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this.
Murder.
Like a marionette on some... This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more. Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on club. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. Nothing else comes up. I'm sorry, this didn't do anything.
Officer, a word?
Что тебе надо? Ну, сурай, парень. Конечно же, ее нельзя взять.
I think we may have this. From nothing to this in a day. This is good, Lieutenant Gefreiter. Ballistics. Let him cook here for a minute or two.
It doesn't have to hold in court. Just establish a line of...
Good. We are doing very good. Yes, good going. I can see that, yes. Remember, he wants to tell us, but he doesn't want to help us. It needs to look like...
There is palpable excitement in it.
Minions of capital. What do you want? Petty bourgeois law.
A drop of blood in the saliva.
Damn Maybells.
He seems...
So many this year, too. They blossom on the islet.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with...
The coast, too. Before they piled their... Classier. With the victim.
Спасибо, извините.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. Almost. But you need one more.
You lost, what?
Is what you plan to say before you can get past.
Officer, are we sure? We could maybe get more.
The old man looks at you. You startled him. Maybe it was the silence. He quickly gathers himself.
I ain't going.
Чё он просит? Самообладание. Ну давай, 6 самообладания.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, it's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, great leaps of emotion, from anger to grief. You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet perhaps, but in summary, you sense some underlying.
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and the wind picks up. The silence on the water is
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the office. Do you
But... No, I don't want to. I have to...
He's sweating. Beads off.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat. Not really. We could escort...
There's something you...
Who watches over him there while I come back for you?
Lillian. You could ask her, maybe.
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world.
No, listen. Listen now.
Okay, how about I take him to the precinct and you wait on the island?
This world.
The wind is cold. Your skin is crawling suddenly.
Ладно, пусть забирает пару. Казураки. О, это этот.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you. You feel your legs shaking under you, and your gun hand rise in.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make up.
I can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute.
Be very, very careful.
Так. Изучите фазмида.
The segmented antennae move with that. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a real...
It is.
You glance over your No! The flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
He's letting his pride. You see the phasmid turn to him. Its mandible antennae reaching.
Understood. Of course.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you, its antennae taking their measure of the air. Nothing changes in the... Its insect mind is impenetrable to your reasoning.
We can't just leave it standing there. We have to do something, Detective.
You've never seen him get this excited. His voice is almost trembling. You barely get to take one step.
Where? Where did it go?
You never had a chance. There was something off the moment you approached it. It was scared of you, of humans.
No, it's gone for now. I don't...
There is uncertainty in his phrasing.
Okay, but we saw it. It was...
Your voice echoes on the water.
It appears the insect can walk on water.
He shakes his head in silence, an expression on his face.
No.
However hard...
I tried, but it was moving too.
In some kind of strange...
Our suspect's not looking so good. We should check him over. Also, it looks like it has some kind of nest.
In the reeds, where the phasmid was hiding, you see a little...
Yeah. О. Что за шлем? Снайперский прицел. Шлем Фарвезер. Хе. Пусть будет. О, паспорт в клаще. Отличненько.
This passport, issued... It's Clausia, with short black hair and glasses.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from... Perhaps. But that still doesn't explain. Like a magpie? I can see how the helmet... She said it would be...
I told you she kept lying to you.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. I don't know. Perhaps it's better that we did...
Ладно. Драма вообще.
Something is very...
See. Mr.
The man does not respond. He keeps staring. The plastic cake feels...
He's going into some kind of psycho...
The trembling mouth.
Between this and the broken tire, he's old age and shock. Yes,
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, he does not seem to be animated now it's left. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him, like he didn't want to. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope...
He stares into the reeds. Nothing. Just dark. The last embers have gone.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea...
No reaction. This is an old...
Did you take this passport?
There.
He hears us.
No reply.
Try something else?
I lost...
He turns his eye...
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. This site is a T9, Mr. Dross.
Silence. You've gotten all you... The plastic cape flaps around. The strength has all gone out.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't...
И чё? Возвращение. Ну, по крайней мере, уже что-то узнали. Сейчас еще что-нибудь найдем. По любасу. На эту сторону мы уже не ходили. Ну, теперь пройдемся. Вот и все. Так. Бежали осматривать. Тростники странно кружатся. Мне показалось. Можно заглянуть внутрь крепости, отсюда видно панель управления, взрывозащитную панель. А тут что? О, канистра. Канистра с топливом лам.
There's a range.
This looks like
a single-person mattress and an empty can of beans on the ground. The silhouette of a tobacco picker.
Noted.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front. Quite old and grimy. From year. Quite old and grimy. The springs screech as you lean on the mat. Trepidation. A tingling. A small piece of Martinez coastline. A towering skyscraper. The red chimney and collapsed. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches.
What? Do you have a line of sight?
What are you talking about? Can't be certain. It's certain.
I can see it. Through the scope of...
Cheek against the cheek rest. Hand on the head.
Good. I think we have it, detective. The original...
Affirmative.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere. Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did...
The lieutenant paused.
We will make up for it.
There's a...
This looks like a good place to...
Внушение сумрака, стойкость, самообладание, грубая сила, координация, восприятие, скорость реакции. Канистра с топливом лам. Ну, можно теперь к нему еще раз ходить. Немножко расспросить даже. Для начала сюда еще забежу. Вот и отлично. Что, попробуем еще раз дезертиру сбегать. Думаю, в этот раз он точно расколется. Хотя может все быть по-другому. Конечно, лучше одеть ту одежду, которая не будет уменьшать. Энциклопедия. Логика. Хотя пусть будет. Зато координацию тени. Концептуализация не то. Хотя можно было логику открыть. Нет, просто координация будет. Хотя я бы, наверное, все-таки бы... Сколько у меня логика? 3 на логику пойдет. Вот, все. Вот.
The old man stares into the reeds. The plastic cape, the strength is all.
Не получилось. Ну куда остается-то идти? Опять на берег, что ли? Хорошо, сбегаем обратно. Осталось понять.
ICN? This feels familiar.
Insulindian citizens
sounds an awful lot like.
It does. The RCM may descend. It's impossible to say.
Nice political thought. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragging around his body on a busted crutch.
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules. No. And...
with its horns in the sky.
No, that's the...
a DeLorean era symbol.
After 44 years, one of these barrels was still leaking.
Ну, как бы тут делать больше нечего. Хотя можно еще тут пробежать. Хотя нет, это все.
The skiff is swaying.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently, but for the sound of 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought in. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilers. I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Comar. And this is your special task force. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstam, Patrol.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island.
The scene is making even him feel as
we might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where...
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond...
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in...
No, Trent. It's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for...
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die. Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this.
Yes, I'm Trent Heilestam. Mikhail? Mikhail is my son. No, I was just interested.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about it.
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some...
He's here to see if you're insane. He's the cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito. I don't know. It had shit kid written all guilty as charged. And it was. Good.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Did you?
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a...
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a more...
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisoragi.
Still caught up in this crossfire.
Yeah, major crimes. Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn...
I'm technically...
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story. Other people have left too. Do? It's a major crime scene.
The 41st isn't...
The bells aren't ringing because you have...
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors. He talks without slurring. He can drive a boat. He's standing.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pearl, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Son of fucking Lung here. Detective Farad, son of Lung on the case.
He has indeed the possibility before. I have trouble believing him, of course, but he seems to want to convince himself.
With all due respect, Lieutenant. In fact, it's not possible to wipe one's memory at all. Even with...
Detective Vigmer, I'm not saying he's the son of Lung, but lying? I mean, he has blacked out. Yes, a couple of times.
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case, and those cases were...
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? Look at the ruins, the neon, list hardwired to the free...
Okay, Trump, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do...
Leadership, now.
No one even mentioned that. Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry? So refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager finger... Not today, badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievement.
Phew, he has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it.
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
What you've discovered? You let the suspect escape.
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh well, if she was nice, or the fact that you're Eva compared to the 6 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to
He thinks of apologizing, but decides...
You spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Tordu.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least... It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite... He can talk human beings into telling him, well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and he apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. 3 meters tall. It's on the island, camouflage as... I know this sounds fantastic, but I'm a 4 times decorated lieutenant of the RCM. I do not make up...
I don't doubt you, Lieutenant. If you say it was the Insulindian phasmid, then it was the Insulindian phasmid. God. Is it...
Detective? The old man was not aware of the Phasmid's presence, exhibiting a strange...
So it is
We could order a search. I could get people from EPIS on the island, entomologists, doctors.
There, you need to make your case now. The floor is all yours. He prepared it well.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad. This man's mother was Lil.
So, it is what a soldier of the...
Thank you, Trout. Thank you for...
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
Possibly induced. But even without that, this man spent 50... Also, we have a sniper's nest with full view of the room.
It's a clean win.
Get over yourself. You're not a perfectionist. You're a cop, and you did a good... And none of this can hide the smell of booze on the wind.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is. It will pass in time.
Yes, yes. Fallen through a gap in the boat.
The body was transported to
You're not the only cop.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
It's still a point for you. No denying.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why? That's not...
There was a possible witness in there.
Of course. Call it...
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment it seemed like you...
Female?
You had to see it.
Incredible.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet. As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Well, then it wouldn't matter.
That makes sense.
Very interesting.
Yes, but also reed-colored.
Incredible. It's a toughie that you don't have a...
I tried to, but I only...
Ouch.
We can still work. Cop discovers new species in there.
It needs to be white coats and glassware for this fly.
You're doing good here. Perhaps quit while you're ahead? Or no?
I don't want to, so I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator...
Now you will finally get to know who you... The man looks west, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who are you? Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, your love of retro-style dance music. How
Also, this guy, and this guy too. God, even this javelin-throwing freak here.
Of course.
He's been on about Mike again? I hate that guy. The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She.
I knew it. I knew...
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked...
You really?
Yeah. Dora.
Not Dora Dubois.
Something like that. Half Vase. No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. So have I. You...
The special consultant, Clown.
No. You're too unstable to work for
I assure you. I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately. I told you it's not that bad.
Us? We're the bloody
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed. And everyone...
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed state.
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Wing. Mac the Torso Torsen...
They are damn iconic, though.
Yeah, not like us. God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers.
There's also a lot of outside help in...
He's anything but a loser.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of...
He's one of the most highly regarded...
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former... They speak of change. The city. The tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the...
Okay, it's not the bloody murder.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to...
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is Lena?
She lives at 1-1.
Tabernacle?
Fine, if we're gonna...
She and her husband were They should know as soon as possible.
She is going to be over. Watch out, or she'll faint.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to... I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate. No. Good luck with you.
Damn it. Yes, we're looking at a real brick here.
Good.
Fuck it. Let's go. Tron brought his motor carry.
Under the noonday sky, the great district, you close your eyes. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Погнали. Ладно, Кацураги, удачи тебе. Кареты как УАЗики. Все? Ну что сказать, круто? Ну, конечно, концовочка подкачала. Я думал, что-то там такое будет, но не точно не дед, а какой-нибудь чувак, спецназовец, крутой какой-нибудь. Оказалось, это шок. Ну что ж, это шедевр, я могу сказать. Отправляем его в банк шедевральных игр. Это круто. Всем советую поиграть. Может быть, у вас получится по-другому. У меня получилось, как видите, вот так. Мне хватило все, и денег, и все остального. Так что не волнуйтесь, играйте. Ошибайтесь, старайтесь. Все у вас получится. Всем удачи, спасибо, что смотрели. Увидимся в следующих стримах. Всем пока.